Recently, John has ended a very serious relationship, and he hasn't been the same since. It's almost Christmas. Everyone is happy. Everyone is with their loved ones. But John is all alone. He doesn't know if he'll ever be able to fall in love again. If he'll ever be able to feel attached to someone like that again. But how did this all happen? John is a young law student at the BI University. And about 6 months ago, he had gotten an assignment for which he had to seek professional help. So he and his teammate set out searching for a defense lawyer. Dude, we can't afford this per hour. It's like they charge money for every minute. Exactly. That's why we got into law, right? For money. Look at this man. Ariel Rivers. His rate is a little less. Let's go here. We have an appointment with Ariel Rivers. Chamber number 212. Entering room 212. John and Brian stop, seeing a gorgeous woman inside. She must be the secretary. No, hot secretary. Money and women. The reason we got into law. Soon we'll be rich and we'll have women around us. I thought that was for doctors. Also lawyers, dude. Shh, she might hear us. Yes, may I help you? We're here to meet Mr. Ariel Rivers. When will he be here? Come in. Please take a seat. As John and Brian sat down, they watched as the woman walked around and sat behind a desk. I am Ariel Rivers. The guys got a shock of their life. And though insecure, things went fine and they got their job done. Dude, that was so embarrassing. You think she heard us? Did she? That day, it was embarrassing for Brian. For John, it was much more than that. It was love at first sight. And a week later, when he got his paper and passed with great grades, he thought he'd go back and meet Miss Ariel Rivers. What is it this time, Mr. Dalton? I wanted to thank you for your help and apologize for my remarks. Well, it was stereotypical. Many people still think like that. It's easy to imagine a woman as a hot secretary than a person in charge. And there is something else. What? I wanted to ask you out. I guess it wouldn't hurt anyone if we went on one date. Yes! The next Friday, John took Ariel out to a nice restaurant by the beachside. They spoke and got to know about each other and spent a really good time. John, I'll be honest with you. I really liked you. I like spending time with you. You're interesting, you're funny, but I don't think it's a good idea. Why not? The only reason I came on this date was because I felt something for you. But the truth is, I'm not interested in dating right now. Because I'm a single mother. I have a son. And I decided until he's 18, I'm not going to date. So, this is goodbye. And that was the end of their first and last date. But John couldn't forget Ariel. It was a couple days later, when Ariel was at the arcade with her son Daniel. John happened to bump into them. Ariel! Oh wow! Is this the little champ? John, what are you doing here? Here? I come here now and then. Really? I've never seen you here before. I usually come when there are no people. Do you have a son? No? Nephew or niece? No? How old are you again? Well, my mom and dad never allowed me, so now that I'm grown up, I'm trying to come out of my childhood trauma. I love spending time with kids. Really? I'm John, kiddo. What's your name? Daniel. Mom, who is he? He's my student. Student? No. More like acquaintance. That was a very professional help. I'm more like your mom's client. Okay, Mr. Client. Mom, can we play this game? Good pick. And then it was about a week from then, when Ariel was picking up Daniel from school. John bumped into them again. Mom, look, it's Mr. Client. John, are you stalking me? Stop it. What? No, I told you I love spending time with kids. I came here to volunteer at the... What, John? What? Volunteer at what? Buy some ice cream for the kids. What flavor do you like, Daniel? John tried in every way possible to convince Ariel that dating him wasn't a bad idea, and there was no way she could get rid of him. And Ariel didn't mind. And eventually, she said yes. And that's how their relationship began, and the three were happy together. John was in love, and Ariel liked him. John was really growing on her. Daniel liked John a lot too. Come on, champ. Want to play a video game? Of course I do. It was in all this. One day, while John was at Ariel's place, she got a visitor. Dad! Daniel, look what I got for you. A baseball glove. But Dad, I play soccer. John and Ezra met gaze when Ariel came to introduce them. John, this is Ezra, Daniel's dad. Ezra, this is John. Hello. Hey, we're dating. I'm her boyfriend. Oh, wow. John. John didn't like Ezra from the moment he saw him. And that afternoon, he felt quite uneasy seeing Ariel and Daniel around him, almost feeling like someone was invading his territory. You never spoke about him before. What is it with him? Coming without any phone call, message, any appointment? Look, it was 5 years ago. I was in law school. We got into a relationship. I thought he was serious about me, but then I realized we were just fooling around. In all this, I got pregnant. He wasn't prepared to be a father, and I wanted to keep Daniel. And eventually, we separated our ways. Since then, I've been on my own, raising Daniel, and he has his own life. He's doing well. But you have nothing to worry, mister. And anyways, he only ever comes over once in a blue moon. But it was ever since that meeting, Ezra began coming over more often. And John hated it every time. Like on Daniel's birthday, when John planned a party and Ezra showed up at the last moment. Dad! Happy birthday, kiddo. Look what I got for you. A soccer ball. Oh, cool. Mr. Client, we can practice with the new ball. Of course, my boy. Hey, you guys, this is my dad. Look what he got for me. That's so cool. The birthday party didn't go as expected. But luckily, John didn't see Ezra for some time after that. It was one of these days while he was practicing soccer with Daniel. He happened to get into an accident. Mr. Client, my arm hurts. Seems like you broke it. We'll have to go to the hospital. What happened? Are you okay? He might have broken his arm. How did you break your arm while playing soccer? It's not his fault. It was the ball's fault. Stupid ball. John and Ariel rushed Jamie to the hospital. And after hours of waiting, they got his x-ray done and a cast put on. And Ezra showed up at the last moment. Hello, I'm Daniel's dad. Oh, hello. Daniel's doing well now. It's a good thing you brought him earlier on. Bone damage can be a serious thing. And then, on the day of Daniel's soccer tournament, John had trained him for this day. And he won. But at the last moment, Ezra showed up. And the winner is Daniel. Daniel, is there anything you want to say? Yes. I want to give this trophy to Mr. Client, who taught me how to score a goal. Ariel, what are you doing? What? What happened? What do you mean? What is Daniel doing with that man? Ezra, are you offended because he chose John? Daniel has been practicing soccer with John for the past 2 months. Why do you think I'm here? Didn't you get it? I'm still not over you? That's not possible. I'm with John now, and Daniel really likes him. You're joking, right? That man-child? He's a kid. What are you doing with this kid? The reality is, you knew I wasn't prepared to be a father, and you chose Daniel over our relationship. But you weren't over me. You didn't date anyone for the past 5 years after Daniel's birth, and now that I'm ready, you want to be with that man-child? No, it's not like that. And just because John spends time with our son doesn't make him a man-child. That makes him a father figure for Daniel. Ariel, you were lonely. You were vulnerable. That's why you were dating him. You're not in love with him. We have a son together. Get to your senses. I'm here now. For you, for Daniel. After a long day, Ezra left from the field, and John dropped Daniel and Ariel home. Daniel, go wash up for dinner. I should go. What? What? Why? Stay. No, I should really go. Is everything alright? Ariel, I really don't like you spending time with Ezra. I don't want to see you with him again. What? You heard me. What are you saying, John? I can't do that to him. I can't stop him from meeting Daniel. It's the first time in 5 years. He's taking interest in Daniel. The first time Daniel is getting to see his dad. Stop being insecure and jealous. Insecure and jealous? Like a kid? What? So you are eavesdropping? Don't you trust me? No, it wasn't like that. I just happened to be there. It was coincidental. But I heard what he said. I can't believe this. You can't just impose things on me. Then what's the point of this relationship if I don't have any say? You are being unreasonable. No, I'm being possessive, and I have a right to be possessive. John simply left that night, and Ariel was left with 2 choices: either be with John or keep distance from Ezra. She didn't know what to do. She couldn't make this decision as a woman. She had to make it as a mother. What would be best for her child? The next week, when John went to pick up Daniel for a soccer game, he found Ezra was already there. John, I was hoping I could take him to the game this time. Oh, sure. I have something else to do anyway. Mr. Clyde, won't you come to my game? No, Daniel. I got to be somewhere. Go with your dad this time. That day, John left. But it was later on the field, Ariel noticed him, far in the back. Later that night, Ariel decided to call John, but he didn't pick up the call. As time passed, Ezra kept on showing up, trying to be there for Ariel and Daniel, trying to convince Ariel to be with him again. But Ariel couldn't make up her mind. It was sometime right before Christmas. Daniel wanted to see a movie, but Ariel didn't feel like going, so she made an excuse about her work. And Ezra took Daniel. Ezra? Tina, seeing you after a long time. You're going to watch this kids movie? Yeah, I came here with my boy. Hold on, let me find him a seat inside. It was at the theater. Ezra happened to meet an old colleague of his, and leaving Daniel inside to watch the movie, he came out to speak with her. So, how are you? I'm good. You're looking fine. It was some time later. Daniel came out searching for Ezra. Dad, I need to go to the bathroom. Yeah, it's right there. Daniel went to the bathroom all by himself. But when he came out, he saw his dad was still overwhelmed with the lady. So, he decided to go back to the theater. Just so happened to go to the wrong one. Alright, I should go. It was nice seeing you. Call me. How long is it taking him? Daniel? Daniel? It was sometime around 6 that evening. Ariel got a call from Ezra. Jamie was missing. She rushed to the theater as soon as she could, furious when she saw him. How did you lose him? I don't know where he went. We were together. He said he needed to go to the bathroom. I was waiting outside and he didn't come out. How could you be so irresponsible? Where could he be? Ariel was devastated. As she tried to talk to the guards, suddenly she heard Daniel behind her. Mom! Daniel, where were you? I got lost. Mr. Klein found me. Don't worry, he's all right. I should go. What happened? Dad told me to watch the movie by myself, but then I had to go to the bathroom, so I came out and he was talking to some girl. So he showed me where the bathroom was, and I went to the bathroom all by myself. And when I came out, he was still talking to her. So I went back to the theater and Dad didn't come. And when the movie finished and I came out, he wasn't there. I didn't know what to do, but then I remembered Mr. Klein told me to keep a secret coin in my shoe and to call him if I ever got lost. And I did, and he found me. So you sent my 6-year-old boy to the bathroom alone? And you were hanging with another woman? It was just for a sec. What do you want me to do? Stop living my life and wait for you forever? Ariel just realized what happened. Ezra didn't have any interest in her or Daniel. It was that day when he saw Ariel and Daniel with John. It really got to him and his ego. He never thought Ariel would find love or be happy in her life without him. But now it was different. And he couldn't accept that. No one asked you to be in our life. That day was the last time John had seen Ariel and Daniel. And now, he's all alone on Christmas night. Dreary in his memories. Ariel? Hello? Daniel and I are gonna open some presents. Hurry, come home, Mr. Possessive Manly Man. I'm prepared for submission to your rightful authority. But what about Ezra? What Ezra? Who is he? Good woman? I'll be right there. Yes. And that Christmas Eve was the new beginning of Daniel, Ariel, and John's journey of life together. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting. Is that the last of the boxes? Yep. Thanks for helping out, babe. Well, I couldn't just sit and watch. How were you going to move all of these things all by yourself? Allison Griffin lived in Birmingham, Alabama. It was recently that her boyfriend William moved in with her. They had been together for the past 2 years, and their relationship only grew stronger by the day. They first met at their workplace at the BII Corporation. Allison was a beautiful, intelligent woman. She always had the most innovative ideas in the team. But there was something about her. She was always quiet, only speaking when she had to, barely letting out a smile leave a laugh. On the contrary, William liked to make people laugh. He would turn anyone's frown upside down. And that's how the two started talking, laughing, flirting, and the rest was history. Over the days together, William was quick to catch on. Allison easily got depressed, upset, and stressed out. He understood there was something bothering her, but she didn't like talking about it. Nevertheless, William always tried to cheer her up. As their relationship progressed, William felt much more comfortable asking Allison about her life. However, when she finally opened up to him, he was quite moved to know her story. Allison grew up as an orphan. She lost her parents when she was only 10. However, their death was no natural occurrence. It was on a cold night, just days before Christmas, 15 years ago, that a burglar broke into their house. The criminal had taken the lives of her mother and father, only to fulfill his evil motive of looting their home. Allison could never forget the feeling of dread when the man spotted her and walked up to her, but, for some reason, left her be that night. Allison immediately called the police. They were quick to arrive, but it was far too late. During investigation, with Allison's help, they were able to figure the man had fled with all their money and her mother's jewelry box. The police then discovered security footage from the street outside of a burglar that snuck in just hours prior. They attempted to hunt down the culprit, but failed. Allison was sent to a foster home where she grew up in the hands of a good family. She was a brilliant student and carved a good path for herself. Eventually, she landed a good job at the BII Corporation. She was making good money. She was able to rent a decent house. Fate had favored her a lot. It was almost miraculous how her life shifted from nothing to something, so much so that she even found the one, William. Allison had much to be grateful for. But even after so many years, she was scarred by her past, often sitting back, contemplating why that man had spared her that night. Allison, I just got a text from the office. Mr. Freeman, the CEO, he passed away from a heart attack last night. What? That's sad. Well, honestly speaking, he was rude. Everyone was kind of sick of him at the office. I don't even know how to feel right now. Yeah, don't remind me. Last week on my presentation, he rejected my project plans and threw my papers down in front of everyone. It was so embarrassing. You should have stood up for yourself, Allison. I don't like that you let everyone step on you. Leave it, William. Are they hosting a funeral? Allison, how can you let go so easily? The man is no more, William. What do you want me to do? Life is too short to hold on to grudges. This was something Allison often told William. Allison always kept her cool. She never got involved in any altercations. and as a result, people often took advantage of her. It didn't piss her off, but it did piss off William. But over the days of being with her, William was quick to realize nobody gets away after being unfair. Somehow or some way, people get paid back for the good or bad they did, especially in Allison's case. Fate favored her again and again. It was like something divine, like the time Allison and William stopped by a small restaurant across town. They were in a hurry as was, but the owner was quite full of himself and kept ignoring them, making them wait. "Allison, I'm out of here, the service is awful." "But we ordered already, and we've been waiting half an hour." Allison reluctantly canceled the order on William's insistence. That's when the owner suddenly started to create a scene. He brought out the food, which was obviously not their order, and threw it out in front of them. "Excuse me, where is my money? You can't leave without paying. Because of customers like you, we suffer loss. All this good food gone to waste. What do you think of yourself? Were you planning to dine and dash?" "We've been waiting long enough, mister, and that wasn't even our order." "It's all right, William. I'll pay for it. How much will that be?" "What? No, Allison, he's just taking advantage of you." "Leave it, William. I don't like arguing with people. It's just $20. "Yeah, I hope you have a good business." William knew it was totally unfair, and more than he was pissed at the dude, he was pissed at his girl. Until some weeks later, he happened to pass by that restaurant again to see it had been closed down. As a matter of fact, it seemed that it had been burnt down. When he looked into it, he found out the restaurant had caught on fire one morning due to an accidental gas leak in the kitchen. Looked like what went around came around. What a loss for the owner now. However, this just didn't happen once, but quite a few times. In fact, this was the story of Allison's life. It was just the other day, William and Allison went to the hospital to meet Mrs. Simmons, their neighbor. She had gotten into a car accident that left her paralyzed. William kind of felt strange considering just weeks back they had first been introduced to Mrs. Simmons, when she went berserk on the front lawn because apparently Allison parked too close to her car. "Miss, our car is not touching your one." "I don't want to hear it. I can see that scratch. Because of you, foolish girl. What is wrong with you? Are you stupid? Who's going to pay for this?" Was this just a silly interpretation of events? Or did somehow fate work in Allison's favor, starting from the day she was saved years ago to now? This was truly quite bizarre. Why are we going to BII Depot again? Because I'm starting a new project. Really? What are you making? Nope, can't tell you. I want a big surprise smile on that face when you finally see it. William had a hobby of woodcrafting. He was working on a new bookshelf for Allison, a bookworm. This weekend, William planned to set up his own workshop at home. He could have used the basement or the attic, but the garage in the backyard seemed perfect since he would be making a lot of noise. The only issue was the piles and piles of boxes and junk, and the thick layer of rust and dust on everything. But William needed the space, so he got to work scavenging through old knickknacks and household items, stopping to find a few old albums. He soon became interested in going through all the things, when he suddenly spotted a strange tin box stacked high up on the corner of the shelf. He managed to tip it off the edge before he caught it. That's when something rattled inside. The box was dirty with mud and muck. What was in here? William curiously opened the box, confused by what he saw. Inside was a knife and what looked like a jewelry box, labeled with the small initials of Margaret Griffin, Allison's mother. But wasn't this stolen? That's the full payment to the food truck. Congratulations, Mr. Woods. It's all yours. Have a good business. Thank you, Adam. It's been a long journey here. I hope this investment pays off. Mr. Woods, it's not easy to get back up after living that kind of life you did. But you have. Your story has always inspired me never to give up. Hard work always pays off. I wish you luck. After many years of working from one odd job to another, night shifts as a security guard, part-time sanitation worker, heavy-duty labor at warehouses, what hadn't he tried over these years? Grayson Woods finally saved up enough money to start a small business of his own. It was true, he was an old man now. He had spent much of his life in vain, on the wrong path, with the wrong people, making the wrong decisions. But it was never too late to make amends, to see a right and do a right. It was a choice after all, and Grayson chose the better for himself. He bought a second-hand food truck from one of the warehouses he previously worked at. Over the months he had worked there, he had gotten to know one of the owners, who sold him one of his trucks at a lower price. Grayson was grateful to him for his kind gesture. If it weren't for this deal, Grayson would have had to work years more to save up this kind of money. With the records he had, he could neither get a good job, and he wasn't in the state to afford returning to his studies. Despite whatever had happened in the past, that was the past now, the past he left behind. Grayson was finally happy in his life. He didn't want or need much, just a peaceful life. Grayson was a single man. Though in his youth he had been with many women, he had decided he wasn't going to get married a long time back. Marriage just wasn't for him. He lived by himself in a small studio apartment. He sometimes had coffee with some new friends and basically lived a simple life. It had been a few weeks since he had started working at his own truck. He enjoyed making food for people. Watching families eat, seeing the smiles on children's faces. Jenna, you're freaking pissing me off right now. You're not going anywhere without giving me an explanation. I'm not going anywhere. I told you it's over. You're coming with me. Don't create a scene. Ron, let me go. Hey, take it easy. Treat her nice, man. Who the freak are you to tell me what to do? I'm only an old man, but lad, I've seen a lot in my life. We men try to take advantage of women thinking they're weak and helpless. But trust me, you don't know what women are capable of. Don't push them to the point they retaliate. Grayson, is that you? Yes, but I'm sorry I haven't recognized you. It's Philip. We used to live across from each other. Man, what's up? I see you're working, you're doing good for yourself. Yeah, this is my small restaurant. Wow, you've gone straight. Good for you. I'm happy for you. Grayson often met a lot of people around here. Those who knew him from when he led a different life. They all shared good words with him now and motivated him to push forward. And so far, things were looking good. Everything on the menu looks great. I don't know what to pick. Well, my personal favorite is the grilled cheese BLT sandwich. What about the grilled chicken one? To be honest, it's not that great. The food is prepackaged. I think the chicken isn't really chicken anyways. What? Why would you tell me that? This is the first time I'm meeting an honest salesman. Yeah, well, I want my customers to enjoy and come back. Admirable. You know what? I'll take the BLT. And here's the payment. Hold on, miss, you gave me a 20. Keep it. It's for the grilled chicken I would have ordered if you didn't tell me. No, I couldn't. Please, it would make me happy. I don't meet people like you every day. I'm Allie. What's your name? Grayson Woods. Allie was one of Grayson's new customers. She had been coming for lunch for the past week, and she always left him a good tip. She had come to New York on vacation during the holiday season. Grayson liked this young woman. Not a lot of people around here spend time to sit and talk to a total stranger. Why I come here? You should know, Mr. Woods, I don't trust everyone with my food. Extra pickles and mustard, right? You got it. Thank you, Mr. Woods. I'd like to treat you one day. When do you get off of work? Let's get some coffee together. You want to get coffee with an old man like me? Please, I've learned never to take people for granted. Everyone is special. Your parents have brought you up well. Well, it's actually that you remind me of my family. So, Mr. Woods, how about it? Are we going? Sure. Allie was a sweet young woman. Grayson enjoyed the moments he spent with her. They had gone out for coffee together, where Grayson opened up to her about his life. They have quite the collection of mugs here. I got one for myself, and this one is for you, Mr. Woods. Allie, you didn't have to. Oh, don't be like that, Mr. Woods. The holidays are coming up. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa-la-la-la. I'll stop, I'm a horrible singer. But you know how to make a person smile. Thank you for today, Allie. Don't mention it, Mr. Woods. The weather's getting colder by the day. I hear it's going to snow tomorrow. Are you going to keep the truck open? Absolutely. Christmas is coming up, the best time of the year for business. What? It's the best time of the year to spend with family. Aren't you going to celebrate? I'm a lonely old man, Allie. I've been spending Christmas alone for most of my life. What? No, Mr. Woods. How about you come over to spend Christmas with me? No. I'm sorry, Allie. I'm going to be busy. Grayson was sure Allie would have insisted, but he didn't want to ruin the fun for the youngsters there. He intentionally gave random excuses and refused the invitation. That afternoon, Allie offered to drive Grayson back home. It was after a long time Grayson was feeling a different kind of happy. Was this what having a family felt like? This girl was truly kind-hearted. She was a complete stranger, yet she treated people with so much love. As Christmas neared, business did flourish more. Grayson was making double the income with his food truck. Though the snowy days were quite hard to pull through standing by the open window in the chilly winds, Grayson was closing up after an exhausting day. A lot of people were going back home to enjoy the holidays with their family. The smell of pumpkin spice and cinnamon puffed out of every window and chimney. At around 8 p.m., Grayson returned home. He was getting cozy watching the holiday shows on TV when he suddenly heard a knock on his door. He opened the door, surprised to see it was none other than Allie. Allie? You're here? Surprise! Happy holidays, Mr. Woods. What's all of this? It's cake. This year you're going to celebrate. Grayson's eyes started to tear up. He ushered her inside, not knowing how to express his feelings at the moment. You have to try this out. This is my special cake. I've been making it since I was 10. Thank you, Allie. Weren't you going to party with your friends? I met them, but today just wouldn't be complete if I didn't come to meet you as well. This truly is a Christmas I'll remember. I'll remember it too, because this will be the last Christmas. The last Christmas? Yes, Mr. Woods. Allie stooped down and opened the box she brought. Allie suddenly took out a gun and stood up, pointing it at Grayson. Grayson widened his eyes in shock. What are you doing? Stay right where you are, Mr. Woods. But I should let you know, running won't help. I never miss my target. I'm 10 steps ahead of you. That cake is working real good, isn't it? Grayson was suddenly having a hard time focusing. His vision had become compromised as he leaned back, starting to sweat, feeling weak by the second. Why are you doing this to me? You don't know why, Mr. Woods? Where were you on that night, 15 years ago? I don't know what you're talking about. You don't remember breaking into that house in Birmingham? You know, it was quite easy finding a thief like you. The police even assisted me. After all, I was searching for my parents' murderer. They showed me all the probable suspects, and I was able to recognize you by your voice. But I kept it to myself. As you can see, I had special plans for you. Please, stop. Spare me. I'm an old man. I've left that wicked life. What did you call me that night? A monster, right? Well, monsters will be monsters, Mr. Woods. Looking into the young woman's eyes, Grayson suddenly remembered that cold night 15 years ago, when he had broken into a home with the intention of burglary. It was a few days before Christmas. Everyone was stocking their homes with gifts, jewelry, electronics, and much more.
It was the perfect time to steal. But what he saw that night when he entered that house changed him completely. He found the wife and man laying lifeless on the floor in their bedroom in a horrible condition. He was frightened right then and there. He had come to commit a crime, but this house was already a crime scene. He immediately planned to flee just when he was spotted by a young girl in the house. He followed after her and found her cowering in the corner of the room. She was the only witness to him breaking in, but when he saw the condition she was in, all thoughts of taking her life escaped his mind. The girl was sitting there, her hands covered in blood, and next to her on the floor was a stained knife. At once, Grayson understood he was standing in front of the culprit. He was standing in front of the person who took the lives of these two people, her own mother and father. What have you done? You're a monster. Grayson was shook by what he saw. He left the girl and fled from the house, trying to forget, trying to somehow take that dread-filled memory out of himself. He never imagined his past would come back to haunt him like this. Listen to me, it's never too late to change. You don't have to do this. I'm not a fool like you, Mr. Woods. You're the only one who knows my truth, and I don't leave behind the slightest clue. No. No! But wasn't this stolen? William suddenly heard the garage door creak open as Allison stepped inside, staring at him. I should have found a better place to hide it. Mr. and Mrs. Griffin loved their daughter Allison, but they knew their child wasn't like others. Allison had always been different. She was the serious kind of kid. She never spoke much. She never expressed her feelings to anyone. She was quiet, contemplating on others silently in her mind. Allison was no ordinary girl. She was highly intelligent. People might have taken advantage of her quietness, but she knew how to take her revenge. Her parents had come to realize how potentially dangerous she was. She could do anything to anyone as long as she justified it for herself. It was the week before Christmas when they experienced the horror themselves, when a few family members had gathered in their home, only having to leave early due to an unexpected accident. Allison's cousin had fallen off the staircase, fracturing her neck and legs, and Allison's parents, they knew this was no accident. Allison, why are you like this? What is wrong with you? It's the holidays and look what you've done. Why do you do this? She called me stupid. This isn't right, Allison. A lot of people can say a lot of things, but this isn't how you deal with it. You have to learn how to speak up, not hurt others like this. She deserved it. How can you be so stubborn, Allison? Nothing goes in your head. You're incapable of being normal. Just imagine how much pain that poor girl must have gone through. What were you thinking? You were better than her? No, Allison, she's a much better human being than what you've become, what you've lowered yourself to. I feel ashamed to call you my daughter. That night, 15 years ago, just days before Christmas, when Allison's parents became frustrated with her and happened to say some harsh words, Allison didn't take it well. She felt insulted. She couldn't bear the rage she felt at the moment. She mixed a little something of her own into her parents' food that night, and they soon fell sound asleep. She never felt so free before. Her hands were trembling considering the consequences. And it was that very night that a burglar happened to break into the home. He was shocked to find the couple lifeless on the floor, stained in red, and instantly knew he had to get out of there. But as he was leaving, He passed by another room, spotting a young girl crouched in the corner. Assuming it was the couple's daughter, he walked up to her. The girl's hands were red, and next to her was a stained knife. The man was horrified, realizing this young girl had done something heinous. It was her that killed her own mother and father. "What have you done? You're a monster." He immediately fled from the house, shaken by what he witnessed. That's when Allison got the perfect idea. She would set up the stage herself. She knew where the security cameras were outside. There were only 2 on the street in front of the house, and she planned everything around them. She took her parents' money, her mother's jewelry box, and the murder weapon, and hid them safely where no one would find them. She then called the police, told them about the burglary. They consequently checked the footage and learned she was speaking the truth. Later, she informed them of the missing items, hence saving herself from all suspicion. All the while, the police were assuming, what could a 10-year-old girl possibly do but be helpless in this all? Allison got away absolutely clean, just like she had been getting away all these years. Mr. Freeman, Mrs. Simmons, that jerk at the restaurant. Guess Allison just knew how to tweak fate to make it her way. And step number 1 was always making sure she left behind no evidence to her secrets. "What are you doing?" "Allison, Allison, no!" Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.
Dude, hurry up! I'm trying, just give me a second. These are the 3 we had packaged yesterday. Dude, we could literally be stealing anything and everything. Why did we have to buy these 3 things? Just wait and watch. Now open these 3 stalls. Done. Now help me put all of these inside these 3 packages, and when we pick up these tomorrow, it will be as if no theft has occurred at all. Dude, you are ingenious. Good morning, I'm here to pick up Mr. Richardson's delivery. May I see the receipt? Here you go. Have we met before? You look familiar. I get that a lot. I have a very common face. Has the delivery been sent out? Yes, boss. There's been a robbery. What happened here? Everything was locked up. The mall was open this morning as usual. We had a customer who arrived and took their delivery. Everything was fine. Until I arrived and unlocked these stalls and everything was missing. And none of the locks were broken? No. Did anything unusual happen recently? Well, those 3 products were bought yesterday. A manager of a very rich businessman came in sometime in the afternoon. Hello, I'm Victor. I'm the manager of Mr. Steve Richardson. My boss is in quite a hurry. He's waiting in the car. He needs a washing machine, a refrigerator, and an oven. Sure, we have the best products here. Is it for the missus? No. It's for his secret girlfriend. If Mrs. finds out, there will be issues. So, I took the manager around and he selected the products. Let me go bring my boss to finalize the purchase. It's this way, sir. Boss, here are the products. Good. Here's the payment in cash. No checks. Can't have my wife knowing about this. Hearing what happened, Officer Lawrence chuckled. Zach and Brian. Will you be able to make a sketch of them? Sure. So first, Brian came in to see what he wanted to steal, and then he brought Zach to check out the locks on the stalls. Cunning. These are all genuine products, nothing under $50 each. 30. Nope, not a penny under 50. This is Zach and Brian. They were best friends and also partners in crime. After making quite the deal in Chinatown off their cunning little theft, they safely secured their hard-earned cash in their bank locker before returning home to sit back and relax. I'm ordering pizza. You want anything else? Garlic knots and mozzarella sticks. We'll be good to go for some time now. But dude, this is too much hard work. Carrying all those products is a hassle, selling them is a hassle, all that bargaining gives me a headache. A bank heist is easier than this. I know. I'm trying to figure something. It'll be easy, and if we can pull it off, we'll be set for life. Hearing the bell, Zach got his wallet and hurried to answer, when he froze seeing an ID. Officer Lawrence, BIIPD. Brian too walked up to the door and froze seeing the officer take out a sketch of them. You must be Mr. Richardson, and you must be his manager. Zach and Brian were arrested on the spot and taken into custody. The case went to court, but unfortunately, Officer Lawrence was unable to provide any evidence against Zach and Brian for theft. Rather, the only evidence was of the two using a false identity to make a genuine purchase at a store with cash. Mr. Brian Collins and Mr. Zach Stewart are free from all charges of theft due to lack of evidence. However, are sentenced to 3 months at the county jail for fraudulence. After being released, Zach and Brian were now at the Cleveland train station. Why are we here? I know you figured everything. Are you gonna tell me now or wait until the last moment? It's driving me crazy. In time, my friend, in time. The duo traveled to Chicago and booked into a hotel and simply walked around the neighborhood, checking out the holiday decorations and smelling the fresh pumpkin spice. All we've done is spend. Are we on a job or vacation? We're on the job, and it's right in front of you. Zach turned to look at the towering building ahead of them. The BII Bank. Dude, we're gonna steal from here? If we're successful, we won't have to do anything for the rest of our lives. Brian said, turning around and walking into the BII burgers behind them. 4 burgers, 2 fries, and 2 colas, please. The friends sat down and were about to dive into their food when they both looked up to see the manager screaming at one of his employees. Did you give free food to an old lady yesterday? Where do you think you are? This isn't a charity. We don't give free food to anyone, even if they're poor, hungry, or old. Zach stared at the young woman listening silently to her manager. But as soon as he walked away, she got a tray and started piling food on top of it. Christine, what are you doing? Just wait and watch. Christine then walked up to Brian and took the burger out of his hand, stacking it onto her tray. "Hey!" "Thank you." She then went around to everyone's table picking up their food. "Ooh, what's that smell? Something's not right with that food. I think your fries were poisoned. The manager's after your family." As everyone in the restaurant stared at her bewildered, Christine walked out onto the street and handed out all the food to kids and the homeless. "Enjoy, it's on the house." She then turned and yelled at her coworker, "Tell the manager I quit." Brian chuckled seeing the nuisance, but Zach couldn't help but stare at the young woman. "Dude, I think I'm in love." "Falling in love is good for health. I fall in love twice a day." "Yeah, right. You fall in love every time you see a hot girl." "Are you saying she's not hot because I'm not in love?" "No, she's beautiful." In the following days, the duo got to business. Zach went where his heart took him, while Brian went where his brains took him. "She lives here in this small apartment? We'll have to open an account in a locker so we can get a tour around the building and see the vault. She helps out everyone. She's so nice." The vault room is located on the east wing of the building. It'll take approximately 17 minutes to exit from there. Now she's working at a flower shop? How sweet. The security guard shift changes at 8 p.m. We'll have to do it on Christmas. I want to spend every Christmas with her. So one day, he built up the courage and approached her. "Hi, I'm Zach." "No, you're not." "I'm not?" "No. Really, I am." "Are you sure?" "Yes, I am." "Why are you here? I noticed you've been following me for the past few days, and you were at the restaurant that day." "Yeah, you taught your manager a good lesson." "What do you want?" "I'm new in town, and I was hoping to make some friends." "Yes, we can be friends. I'm very friendly, friend Zach. Now help your friend. Take all these flower deliveries from the truck and arrange them onto the shelf." This was the beginning of Zach and Christine's friendship. Or rather, love story. They soon started to hang out together, go on long walks by the lakeside, watched movies, and sometimes spent lazy evenings watching TV and eating pizza. Zach was impressed by Christine's innocence and how eccentric she was. And similarly, Christine was impressed by Zach's innocence and how tech-savvy he was. Shoot, the TV's not working again. Don't worry, I got it. As the days went by in bliss, the new couple fell deeply in love with each other. Meanwhile, Brian too had progressed on planning his heist. He navigated the building, noted all employee shifts, even made a 3D model. But it was one evening while he was busy at the hotel room, he was confused seeing Zach walk in with 2 suitcases. "What's this? You bought all the tools already? I didn't even give you the list." "No, this is all the money we've gathered." "We don't need all that money. We only need to deposit part of it as an excuse to check out the security in the vault." "Brian, I can't do this anymore." "I know, dude. That's why we're doing this. After this, we won't have to do anything ever again. We can move on from here and settle in our lives." No, Brian, I can't take that chance. I can't risk it anymore. What? Is this about that girl? Yes, and her name is Christine. So you're going to let go of this big opportunity for that girl? Not just any girl. I'm in love with her. I want to start an honest living with her. And what about us? Our friendship, does it mean nothing to you? Sorry, Brian, I can't risk it. I can't be in jail again. Divide the money and give me my share, so I can open a store or a shop and leave this forever. Seeing how serious Jack was, Brian felt so angered. If our friendship means nothing to you, then go. Take it all. I don't care. Zach opened the suitcase and took out some money. I wouldn't have taken even this, but I really don't have a choice. I have to do something to earn my honest living, but losing you as a friend would be like losing the world for me. Please, try to understand. But as Brian turned his back on him, heavy-heartedly, Zach left. He and Christine soon started planning their marriage and figuring out how they would open up their store with the little money they had. Everything was going well until one morning, they received an unexpected visitor. I'll see who it is. Zach was startled and anxious seeing Officer Lawrence at the door. Did he find out about the heist? Oh, Mr. Richardson, Mr. Stewart. You're also here. Hello, officer. Is Rachel here? Rachel? There's no Rachel who lives here. Alright, if not Rachel, then Vivian, or Emily, or Christine. A bit confused, Zach called Christine out as Officer Lawrence stepped inside with his assistant. Officer Lawrence? You have to come with me to the precinct. You've been charged in a scam. Scam? No, you must be mistaken. She's not like that. Oh, Mr. Zach, you're so innocent. Officer Lawrence, I hope you have evidence for your claim. Actually, I don't. But here is a search warrant. I think we'll find the evidence right now. Right here. Zach and Christine watched as the two officers searched the entire apartment to find nothing. Officer, you've looked everywhere. Have you found your evidence? Officer Lawrence took out a flashlight. Not yet. Seeing the light, Zach knew what it was. It was a black light. With it, Officer Lawrence searched the walls when he suddenly stopped at a portrait. But it was just when he went to move it aside, Christine stopped him. No. Arrest her. As his assistant handcuffed Christine, he moved the portrait to reveal a safe. Zach looked at Christine, shocked. What is this, Christine? We've been trying to trace her down for some time now, and looks like we finally caught you. Zach, please, don't misunderstand me. All of a sudden, in all the hustle, they heard a voice at the door. What is going on here? Oh, Mr. Collins! You are the only one missing in this equation. Great timing. Miss Christine Jameson is just about to get exposed. Officer Lawrence, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Show us the proof before you allege someone falsely. Again. Fine with me. So, Christine, will you do the honors? I don't know where the keys are. No problem. Break it. Just as his assistant came forward, Zach took out his multi-tool. Wait, there's no need to break it. I can open it. Everyone stood around the safe as Zach clicked through the combination until finally he opened it. To the outside world, Christine was an innocent girl. But in reality, Christine was a con artist. She was an expert on acting and scamming people, no matter where she was. Like the time she worked at a hotel. Step 1. She found herself a target. Oh, so he's a married man, and he's here with his escort. Bingo. Step 2. She offered the target good service and made sure everything was fine. Here's the payment. Come again. Step 3. She visited the target at his home, specifically when he was with his wife. Hello, Mr. Jeffrey McKay. I've been sent by the BI Hotel to settle some remaining bills. What bill? I settled everything already. Who is that, honey? Yes, you had, but there were some extra products ordered, champagne, movies, and a couple's massage. Perhaps it was the missus. I'm Mrs. McKay. I didn't order anything. So he wasn't with you? Sweetheart, go inside. This is probably just a misunderstanding. I'll handle it. Look, you know very well what is going on. How much do I have to pay? And so, Christine got the target to write her a check. Sorry, miss, it was a misunderstanding. The bill was meant for Jeremy McKay. You see, it wasn't my fault. These people. And the last and final step. Christine changed the numbers and cashed out the check at any BII bank. Before she moved on, changed her name and appearance, and planned her next scam. Excuse me, Mr. Caleb Adams? Are you the son of Mr. George Adams? Yes. I'm attorney Lisa Williams. I've come here with a legal notice about your father. He was caught attempting to take advantage of a female nurse while he was at the hospital, but since his demise, my client is willing to offer an off-the-court settlement to resolve the issue. What? Take advantage? Are you sure? My dad was 90 years old, in a wheelchair. Yes, Mr. Adams, we have prescription evidence of ordering performance-enhancing drugs, and here are some pictures. Dad? But who took the picture while my dad was doing this? After the first incident, the nurse took precautions and set up the camera to catch him just in case it happened again. Wait a minute, doesn't the nurse look like you? Yes, she was my sister, and this has been quite traumatizing for me as well. Okay, I'll settle this, just please keep this low, alright? The payment must be done with a check, please. And once again, Christine cashed out her check and got on the move. Zach opened the safe to find a single file kept inside. A wedding planner? Since when have you been planning this? Ever since I met you, even before you proposed. Officer Lawrence inspected the safe, shocked. There's nothing here. Where did you put all the evidence? This is what I keep here. There is no evidence, Officer Lawrence. So how about you leave? Alright, the game is on. I will get you all back for today." As Officer Lawrence and his assistant left, Brian locked the door and turned to Zach, who looked at him bewildered, and Christine, who let out a smirk. "Are you still going to keep me hanging on this?" Ever since Zach left to start a life with Christine, Brian stopped planning the bank heist and started following them instead. He found Christine's innocence a bit too good to be true. Since he arrived, he realized the security was extremely high at the bank, and soon discovered it was because a big theft was occurring in the city. Someone had been repeatedly scamming people, and as he suspected, as he was spying on Christine, he learned the scammer was none other than she. However, ever since Zach and Christine started dating, the scams all stopped. But this wasn't the only thing Brian discovered. He realized it wasn't just him that was onto her, but also the police. He figured Officer Lawrence would raid her apartment sooner than later. So he broke in the night before and moved everything from her safe, from fake IDs, passports, and some money, and replaced it with her wedding planner. "Christine, how could you keep this from me?" "Dude, you are also keeping secrets, and she has been absolutely clean ever since she started dating you. You guys are made for each other. Don't ruin this over the secrecy. You both were embarrassed, both were guilty, but you both did reform. But when did you learn how to pick locks? My friend, staying together all these years, you didn't pick up on any of my talents, but I was able to pick up on some of yours. Okay, now that we're all friends again, Brian, I want my stuff back." "What stuff?" "I didn't find any stuff. But did you have this money in your safe?" Brian brought out the suitcase and opened it. Seeing all the money, Christine was shocked. "Never mind, you can keep all my stuff." Now that these three are united, what are they going to do?
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.
"Hey, Can. We were waiting for you." "Hey, Queen Bee. You guys are so nice. Are you coming to the sleepover at Baby Bunny's? All the girls from the book club are coming tonight." I don't think so. I'm more of an online person." "No way, Can. We're gonna miss you." "I have to think about it." "No, you have to come. I'm sending you my address." It was a typical, boring Tuesday at the library. Or so Caleb thought, until he heard the door open, and a young woman stepped inside. She was so beautiful. She demanded Caleb's attention. "Hello. Hi, I'm here to apply for the job." Of course. Here's the application. Would you like a pen? Sure. I'm the manager here. Caleb. Ariana. You know, honestly, these paperworks are just formality. Do you have any experience? I've managed a chess club in high school. I think I can do it. You seem like a smart girl. You know what? You're hired. Really? Thanks so much. No problem. So when do I get started? How about I show you around? Sure. Caleb smiled as he handed Ariana an ID and ushered her forward. But it was just then his other employee showed up for work. Seeing Ben, Caleb was irritated. You're late, 20 minutes, again. Sorry, it snowed a lot last night. The snowplowers were blocking the roads. And I thought I told you to bring those books back yesterday. I wasn't finished reading them. You know something? I'm gonna start charging you late fees from your check. Now get to work. Embarrassed seeing Ariana, Ben quickly walked off. Caleb sighed. Managing a library is tough work. Come on. Ariana followed Caleb around. He showed her the children, the young adults, and adult section of the library. And you know what this corner is. You gotta keep an eye on this. What's here? It's called the Lover's Corner. The name should be self-explanatory. Oh, I see. What am I supposed to do? Shoo the lovebirds away. Got it. After showing her around, Caleb got back at the register. And Ariana began organizing the shelves when she spotted Ben. Hey. Oh, hi. What book was he talking about? It was a psychological thriller of Detective Maxwell. Oh wow, that's interesting. You're a Maxwell fan. I read a lot. Wayne the Huntsman, Professor Henry Connery, Officer Declan, Reporter Aaron Moore. I loved those books. I'm a bookworm myself. Really? Absolutely, those are the best. Why is she talking with him? Here's today's returns. Well done. Ben would have taken forever. What a loser. Really? I actually couldn't have done it without him. He helped me out a lot. What a shocker. So what's your favorite book? I know you would think I'm a bookworm because I work in a library, but I'm actually not into reading. What? You're surrounded by a plethora of knowledge here, and you spend your time on a computer all day? It's not like that. You know, Ben reads a lot. He is so cool. And his mind is so amazing. He remembers everything. It's like he has a PhD in so many subjects. Anyways, I should get back to work. Yeah, 'cause he's a geek. Did you say something? No. Oddly enough, Caleb was having a hard time getting Ariana's attention. Ariana seemed more interested in books. But Caleb could change that. Excuse me, I'm searching for the human anatomy textbook. Do you know the name of the author? Not really. Alright, I'll search it up. Caleb groaned as the computer froze up. Damn it, these devices. Mister, can you hurry up? Mister, can you hurry up? Seeing the trouble, Ariana went there. Need any help? Yeah. Yeah, I was searching for the human anatomy textbook. The computer froze up. It happens now and then. We'll get starting in a while. It's alright, I'm sure Ben can help. Ben, would you happen to know where the human anatomy textbook is? By Dr. Hudson Wood? Yeah, that's the author. Now I remember. It's in aisle 17. I told you, it's like he has an encyclopedia in his mind. He is so smart. Maybe he can fix your computer. I can do it myself. That's showing. Come lunch break, Caleb ordered pizza for 2. Ariana, wanna share a pizza? Thanks, but no thanks. I was gonna join Ben. Caleb stared at Ariana join Ben, sitting to the corner in the employees area, munching on carrots from a Ziploc bag. She'd rather have carrots. Carrots? Caleb was just fed up with Ben, as if he wasn't annoying enough. He needed alone time with Ariana. And he finally got the chance after work that day. It was snowing heavily and the streets were piled in snow. How are you going to go home like this? I really don't know. I can drop you off in my car. Caleb got into his car and turned on the engine, only to hear it miserably fail. Damn it, now why isn't this working? Cold temperatures reduce a battery's output by slowing down the chemical reaction taking place inside it, so less power is available to start the engine. Plus, engine oil gets thicker, increasing electrical resistance when it's cold, making the engine harder for the battery and spark plug to start up the car. Just shut up already. Ben put on his helmet and brushed the snow off his scooter. But got my trusty scooter. I always keep it insulated. If you want, I can drop you home. That's so sweet of you, Ben. You are a lifesaver. Scooty? In the snow? What an idiot. And with that, Ariana got on the scooter with Ben. And they drove off, leaving Caleb waiting alone in his car. Caleb got out of the car to check under the hood. When he suddenly noticed something in the snow. Boot prints. Doesn't Ben wear this brand? Did he? Caleb just didn't understand what Ariana saw in Ben, and what she didn't see in him, but he wasn't going to back off because of that loser. So come Friday, he thought he'd add in a little charm and ask Ariana to the movies. Ariana, are you doing anything after work? Why? I actually got 2 tickets to a BI movie, The Unexpected Christmas Gift. You wanna come? Oh, so sorry, Caleb. I was going to this book club meeting with Ben. Maybe some other time. To a book club meeting? Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Caleb was flabbergasted. What was wrong with this girl? Maybe he was trying things too vague. Maybe he needed the more straightforward approach. And anyways, if he let Ariana off on this nerd date with Ben, he was gonna lose all his chances. So right before their shift was over, Caleb called Ariana. Ariana, meet me in the corner. What corner? You know. What's going on? Can we have a talk? About? Why did you call me here? You know why. Ariana stepped back as Caleb approached her. A sly smile on his face. You don't have to play hard to get anymore. I get it. Excuse me. Just stop. Shush, shush, shush. Caleb, stop it. This is a library. If I scream, you'll be in trouble. Just stop. I'm not interested in you. What's the problem? Is it because of that moron? And why do you always look down on him? Because you think you look better than him? I do. Huh. You don't even have the eyes to see the truth. What? All of a sudden, Ariana took off her lenses and wore a pair of glasses. And then she took off her blonde wig, revealing her brown hair, a look that was all too familiar to Caleb. Maggie XOXO? You? Yes, me. Working at the library, Caleb usually spent his time online, chatting with girls and doing things he really shouldn't be doing. About 6 months ago, Caleb met Maggie XOXO, aka Maggie, and they started chatting. Before long, things got intense between Maggie and Caleb. And Caleb had convinced her that he was serious about their relationship. So Maggie revealed her identity and sent him pictures of herself. Yikes. Block. Caleb had a kink for blonde hair and blue eyes, and when he saw Maggie, he was more than disappointed and simply blocked her. But this relationship meant much more to Maggie. She felt insulted and humiliated. And she wanted revenge. So she thought she'd bait Caleb and give him a taste of his own medicine. Doing a little research on Caleb, on the types of girls he chatted with and liked their pictures, Maggie figured his type and transformed herself into Ariana. And the rest of the plan worked out just like she wanted. What? Wait. So, you did all this to get back at me? Burns, doesn't it? You psycho. Am I interrupting anything? The shift is over. No, we're done here. Come on, Ben. We're getting late for that meeting. Okay. The weather is nice. You look nice with glasses. And the brown hair. I like the new look. Thanks. It's actually not a new look. This is the real me. Ben. He isn't so different from Maggie. Just like her, he too had a secret. Everyone thought of him as a quiet, lonely, nerdy guy. But he had a very different reality. Ben lived a dual life. His older personality was cotton candy lover. He would go online, joining girls' book clubs and talk to teen girls, getting to know them, getting them to trust him. And when the unfortunate few would make the mistake of disclosing their private information to him, he would stalk them. And fulfill all his darkest desires with them. But ever since he met Ariana, he felt something different. For the first time, someone was giving attention to Ben. Someone liked him for being a geek. Ariana sparked emotions in Ben that he never felt before. She is so much like me, perfect for each other.
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting. Aaron walked into Brianna's office to receive his new assignment. You will have to film a survival show. I'm sending you to Spirit Lake in Idaho for 3 days for the job. What? A survival show? No, not a survival show. Why not a survival show? You'll get to show your survival skills. You will build your own shelter, trap down some food from the lake. I've heard frogs are readily available over there. You can toast one up on a stick. And you don't have to drink your own, you know what I mean, as you'll be by the lake. What? Brianna, no, this is impossible. How do you expect me to do all of this? You're very smart. You'll find a way. Yes, ma'am. Aaron was about to leave. Just then, Brianna called him again. Oh, I forgot to tell you something. The lake is haunted. Haunted lake? I was looking through the BII news archive the other day, and I found this news report from a few years back, from before me or you started working here. It was about a couple, a man named Brian Simmons and his girlfriend Catherine Hayes. They went to Spirit Lake to spend the weekend, but something strange occurred when they were there. The man's girlfriend had gone down to the lake in the evening for a swim, and something caught her leg. The man reported it was as if something was pulling her down. It was almost like the waters were pulling her in. He tried to pull her out of the water, but he wasn't able to move her. They thought perhaps her leg had been trapped under something, or had been caught in a rope. He dove into the water, but he didn't see anything. He wasn't able to save his girlfriend, and the girl was pulled away. Here is the interesting part. The police were called to the site, but they were unable to recover her remains. After the investigation, they came to the conclusion that it must have been an alligator attack. These creatures don't stay in one spot, so there was a possibility that after the attack, the alligators had traveled elsewhere. The strange part was that the locals all said in all those years that they had been living there, they did not encounter such an incident with these animals. Ever since the disappearance of this young woman, Catherine, the lake has been labeled as haunted. I was able to get the address and contact information of Brian Simmons. It seems that he was desperate to know the truth behind what happened to his girlfriend, and maybe he still is. Alright, Brianna, I'll see what I can do. And you know what? Perhaps one day you can come with me to shoot one of these shows. Aaron left immediately on his flight to Idaho, and by afternoon Aaron reached his destination. He planned to meet with Brian Simmons and convince him to accompany him to the lake. Fortunately, Brian Simmons lived nearby, and Aaron was easily able to travel to his house. In the evening, Aaron knocked on the door, and a man opened up. "Are you Brian Simmons?" "Yes, how may I help you?" "I'm Aaron Moore from Channel BII. A few years back, one of the reporters at BII had taken your interview about the disappearance of your partner at Spirit Lake." "Yes, I remember." "I have come here to investigate the matter further, and it would be of a lot of help if you could accompany me to the location for the inquiry." "Is this another reality show on the haunted lake?" "I'm not interested. I'm sorry, I can't help you." "Mr. Simmons, my main purpose for coming so far from California is to get to the root of this mystery. I have to shoot a survival video for Channel BII in the process, but my motive is only to know what happened that day. I can't do this without you." After a long conversation, Brian Simmons agreed to assist Aaron and prepared some things to spend the next 3 days at the bank of the lake. The next morning, Aaron and Brian had reached the lake. Aaron began preparing to shoot the first segment of his survival show. Welcome to Spirit Lake. I'm Aaron Moore, and today I'm going to show you the tips and tricks of surviving out here in the wilderness. Aaron gathered some twigs and leaves and prepared a makeshift shelter. Aaron turned on the camera and said, "It will be dark soon, and I need a place to spend the night," even though it was only morning. It took me an hour to gather all these branches and leaves from the bank of the lake, but it would be all worth a good night's sleep. Hopefully the leaves will keep me warm tonight. As soon as Aaron stopped the recording, Brian asked, "You're not really planning to stay in that, are you? It's going to get cold at night." "Are you crazy? I'm setting up the tent I got from the department store this morning. And don't worry about the cold. I have a portable heater for the night." "The problem is going to be if we have to get into the waters. I don't know how to swim." "That's alright, you don't have to worry. I've got your back. I'm a professional swimmer. I was part of the national swimming team here in Idaho." "Brian, buddy, could you just help me for a minute and pass that fish to me? It's in the bag." What are you doing?" "You'll see." Brian looked at Aaron with a strange look on his face. Aaron was hooking a fish onto his fishing rod. "All right, I have the fish, and all I have to do is throw this fish into the water and pretend as if I caught it." Aaron turned the camera on. "I haven't eaten anything today, and boy is my stomach rumbling. I'm afraid the animals are going to hear me." Even though Aaron had a very big breakfast just an hour ago. "I've been waiting here for hours trying to catch a fish, but I've had no luck. I don't know whether I'll have to go to bed hungry tonight. Wait, I think I felt a tug." Aaron pulled out his fishing rod, and ta-da, there was the fish. What luck, after so long, finally dinner will be served tonight. Aaron gathered some branches from along the bank of the lake and attempted to start a fire. After getting some good footage, he paused the recording and took out his lighter and started the fire. Starting a fire out here in the wilderness is difficult. It's a good thing that I went through months of training before coming out here. Now that I have a fire going, I have no worries for the night, and dinner just got a whole lot easier. Aaron poked a stick into the fish and placed it on the fire. When it had gotten a little burnt on the outside, he took it out and placed it on some leaves. We don't have the luxury of spice out here in the wild, but trust me, the satisfaction of catching this fish after a whole day's work in the wild is much better than a pinch of salt. Aaron ate a single bite of fish and focused on chewing that for over 5 minutes. Amazing, this fish is absolutely delicious. Fresh, tasty fish. He then turned off the recording and spit the fish out and told Brian, "Now we can have our real dinner." Aaron took out his lunchbox and offered Brian sandwiches. Aaron turned on the camera again. The fish was amazing. Now that my belly is content and I have a cozy fire, I'm going to head in for the night in my small shelter. By the time Aaron had finished shooting his survival show, it was about 8 at night. Both Aaron and Brian were very tired. They set up some chairs and sat by the bank of the lake. The lake was absolutely deserted since he got there. There weren't any tourists on the site, and so far, Aaron had spotted only a few locals in the area. The lake was quiet and motionless. There was a dinghy on the bank. So what do you think it was that pulled down Catherine? I honestly don't know, but I won't rest until I find out. Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this. Aaron could see that Brian was still very much depressed about his girlfriend's disappearance even after so long. Aaron had managed to make him laugh once in a while with his horrible jokes, but the grief on Brian's face was apparent. Aaron set up his camera next to him and sat down. He didn't want to miss anything just in case he fell asleep. Before long, Brian had gone to sleep, and Aaron was trying to stay awake, but he couldn't help but doze off. He was exhausted from the day's work, and it was being difficult to stay up. In the middle of the night, however, Aaron sensed something moving on the lake. He was too overwhelmed by his sleep that he couldn't focus, but he thought he saw something. Aaron woke up the next morning. He immediately checked the footage on his camera, but there was nothing but the silent waters. "Brian, did you notice anything on the lake last night?" "No, why?" "No, it's nothing. I thought I saw something." The second day went by pretty much the same. When night fell, Aaron was determined to stay awake and observe the lake. He set up his camera again and stayed alert. Everything was as usual for the first third of the night. Suddenly, at around 1, Aaron spotted a figure on the lake. It seemed as if the figure was walking on top of the waters. He quickly woke up Brian and pointed to the figure he was seeing. Brian rubbed his eyes and looked closely. He was thundered when he realized who the figure was. "Aaron, that's her! That's Catherine!" Brian ran to the dinghy while yelling at the figure. Catherine! Catherine, it's me, Brian! Where are you going? Catherine, come back! The figure turned around and walked towards the middle of the lake. Brian jumped onto the dinghy and followed the figure. But suddenly, the figure vanished in the middle of the lake. Brian kept yelling until he reached where the figure had vanished and jumped into the water. Aaron was bewildered by what he saw. He called the police immediately. When they arrived, they were able to recover Brian's body from the lake. He had drowned. Aaron had recorded everything on camera and showed it to the police. But when Aaron watched the footage, he was shocked to see there was no figure. Brian was yelling and running all alone. The police came to the conclusion that Brian was suffering from an emotional trauma, and perhaps he had gone crazy and decided to take his own life. Aaron didn't explain what he had seen that night. No one would believe him, but he was sure of what he had encountered. Aaron looked out onto the motionless waters of the lake as the sun began to rise. Hang in there, buddy. I'll get to the bottom of this mystery. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.
After 3 years of being together, Jennifer and Aiden are finally tying the knot. They wanted to host a small wedding with close friends and family. So they decided to book a venue in the small town of Mittenwald, Germany. Everything about the venue was amazing. The views, the decorations, the arrangements. Jennifer couldn't imagine anything to go wrong. Just until she opened her wedding dress. How did this happen? Oh no, oh no. What am I going to do now? Don't panic, we can fix this. The designer is in New York. How am I going to go and come back? Maybe we can get a replacement? Nope, there isn't anything around here. It's tough enough to find a supermarket, let alone a wedding dress outlet. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Jennifer was panicked. The wedding was in 2 days, and she didn't have a wedding dress. What more could go wrong? Fortunately, however, the hotel staff kindly offered a solution. There used to be a tailor in town. He was a good man, very talented, but sadly, he passed away a few years ago. Are there any other tailors in town? No, he was the only one. I think his son runs the shop now. Perhaps he might be able to help you out. Do you know the place? Johnson Tailors. Don't worry, I'll take it and get it fixed. No, I'll do it myself. No one can know what's going on. You stay here and take care. So with the dress, the next day, Jennifer made her way into town. But not knowing the place or anyone around here, it took her nearly the entire day to find the tailor shop. And by the time she did, it was too late. Jennifer rushed towards the shop, noticing a man locking up. "Excuse me." The man turned to her. "Are you looking for someone?" "I was here to mend a dress. Are you the tailor?" "Yes, but I'm so sorry, I was just about to head out." Looking at the man, Jennifer suddenly realized she knew him. "Hold on, are you Oliver? Oliver Johnson from BI Junior High?" "Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you." "It's Jennifer. Jennifer Wilson." "Oh, I remember. It's so nice to see you. After so many years." "You too. So what are you doing in Mittenwald?" "I'm getting married, hosting the wedding at BI venues." "Congratulations. Come in. I'll take a look at that." Opening up the shop again, Oliver escorted Jennifer inside. Jennifer's eyes immediately caught sight of a showcase of mannequins in the waiting area. They were all wearing such beautiful dresses. She was amazed. "Wow, Oliver, did you make these dresses yourself?" "Yes, it's part of my collection." "This is amazing. You are really talented." "Thank you. You can bring your dress around here." Oliver went behind the counter, gathering his supplies as Jennifer placed the dress down. "I really don't know how this got torn, and at the last moment. You think you can repair it?" Oliver examined the dress for a while. "I think I can pull a few strings and make it work, but it's going to take a little time." "No problem, as long as I can make it to my wedding. And Oliver, you have to come." "I try to stay away from social gatherings. You know how I am, shy." "You were such a quiet kid. But I remember you used to draw so well. The sketches, they were so impressive. Do you still draw?" "I make a few designs." Noticing a catalog on the table, Jennifer opened it up. "Are these your designs?" "Still working on them." "After so long. What happened to you all these years? You left mid-year in 8th grade and we never saw you again." "My father saved up some money and he bought this property here. And we moved. Never went back to the city." "I too left school 2 years after you. Remember those kids? They used to be so mean to you." "Yeah. But guess what? Something horrible also happened with them." "Really? What could have possibly happened with them?" "No one knows. They got lost, went missing. Strange, isn't it? It came into the news. The school is haunted by it." "Strange indeed." Oliver walked around from behind the counter. "Please excuse me for a minute. I'll be right back. Need to get my kit." "Sure." Sitting by the counter, Jennifer opened the catalog again. She was truly amazed by Oliver's work. Flipping through the pages, she caught sight of a stack of other catalogs. He has more? Looking through the catalogs, Jennifer pulled open a drawer when something intriguing caught her eye. Newspaper clippings? These are the guys who went missing. He knew? Then why did he lie? As Jennifer was looking through the newspaper clippings, she heard Oliver return. "What are you doing?" "I thought you said you didn't know. Why did you lie? Why do you care?" "I was just wondering." "Wondering what? What happened to them? Where are they? Are they all right? Now you care so much? What are you talking about?" "They got what they deserved. But what about someone like you? Someone who stands by and watches. You never cared about me." Oliver. He was a shy and quiet kid growing up, but he was truly talented. He had an eye for art and could design the human body and clothes. But in junior high, not everyone recognized Oliver's talents. Rather, Oliver was prone to hard time. The kids would tease him because he was the tailor's son. "What are you doing? Watching girls all day, taking their measurements? Just like your dad. He doesn't need to watch girls. He can just watch himself. Why don't you wear the dresses your dad makes you? What a sissy." But while Oliver had a few enemies, he also had a few friends, and one of them was Jennifer. Jennifer would check out his sketches, and now and then Oliver would hang out with her and help her out with her studies. But Oliver had misjudged her. Jennifer was never a true friend. Because if she was, she would have stood up for him. "Wow, Oliver, I love this sketch. It's so pretty." "What is that? Oliver's prom dress?" Whenever the guys would tease him, Jennifer would simply laugh along. She never took a side. She never said a word, but stand by and watch. Stand by and enjoy them mocking him. And one of these days, Oliver overheard her talking. "Why do you hang out with that half-lady all the time? Is there something going on between you and him?" "Who? Oliver? Hell no. And who told you he's a half-lady? He is a girl. He's a girl." Oliver's life had become hell, with everyone calling him a girl. No one wanted to be his friend, and everyone mistreated him. But now, after so many years, how strange fate was that it brought them face to face. Now, Jennifer needed his help. Oliver approached Jennifer, a sly smile on his face. "You were never a friend. I'm sorry for what happened, Oliver, but we were kids. We were stupid kids. You have to move on." "You all hurt me. You scarred me. And now, it's just the past?" We were kids. Hearing Oliver's tone, Jennifer began to panic. She picked up the scissor from the table as Oliver came near her. "Don't come near me." "What are you going to do with that?" "Oliver, let me go. There's nowhere for you to go now." As Oliver lunged at Jennifer, she threw the scissor at him and ran out the room towards the front door. But as she tried to open it, she realized Oliver had jammed the door shut. He had planned this all out. "There's no escape for you, Jennifer." As Oliver came after her, Jennifer ran into the hallway, walking into the only door she saw. It led her down to the basement. Jennifer walked into rows of mannequins. She didn't know what to do, where to go, but as she tried to hide, she knocked over one of the mannequins. As it shattered to pieces, Jennifer was horrified seeing what was inside. He's sick. Oliver. He might have been shy and quiet. He was never able to stand up for himself. But that didn't mean he didn't have the rage, the want for revenge. All Oliver wanted was to see them suffer miserably, like how they made him suffer. In 8th grade, it was impossible. But 3 years later, when his father passed away, Oliver made this workshop his cocoon. "Oliver, hey man, where did you go? It's like you vanished." "Yeah, Dad and I had to move to the country." "Need a ride?" "Yeah, sure." "We all missed you so much. I always feel guilty. Everyone felt guilty when you left. We shouldn't have treated you like that. I should apologize." Isn't it a little late for an apology? Kidnapping the guys who ruined his childhood, Oliver did what he desperately wanted to do all these years. He had always had an eye for art, and he began sculpting female mannequins. But they wouldn't just be any ordinary mannequins. He would put life in them. Now who's the girl wearing the dresses? And now it was time to make another work of art. Walking down into the basement, Oliver chuckled. "I can hear you breathing. You think you can really hide from me in my own cocoon?" What they did to you was wrong, Oliver. But what you've become is far worse than what they were.
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting. You know I don't like it when you have to go on these trips. Kara, the company is sending me on an urgent task. Well then, how long are you going to be gone? It's only a week's visit. I'll be back before you know it. And this is a good opportunity for me, Kara. Try to understand. Edward was a pharmaceutical scientist. He worked at a pharmaceutical company in Long Beach, California. Edward's boss had chosen him and a few other colleagues for a project in Alaska. It would be a week-long stay at a facility there. When Edward told his girlfriend, Caroline, about the trip, she was disappointed. She never liked it when Edward had to go out of town for work, and this time he was going all the way to Alaska. Caroline was an editor at a newspaper corporation. Edward and Caroline had been together for nearly 5 years. They supported each other for their goals and ambitions in life, but living in the busy city of Long Beach and working full-time jobs made life a little overwhelming. Edward was chosen along with 3 other colleagues, James, Colton, and Elizabeth. They were to leave California on Monday morning and return on the following Saturday. The 4 boarded their flight, and after a long 12-hour journey, they landed in Sitka, Alaska. The weather was brutal here year-round. It wasn't surprising that it was snowing quite heavily. Edward took in an icy cool breeze as he went out the airport door. His phone lit up with a call. It was Caroline. "I was getting worried. When did you get off the flight? I told you to call me as soon as you get there, Ed." "I got caught up at the airport. I met this pretty young woman. She was quite interesting." "A pretty woman? Why would a pretty woman take interest in you?" "Kara, are you sure a pretty woman won't take interest in me or do anything with me?" Okay, you win, Ed." Edward and his colleagues went straight to the facility. They were surprised to see a crowd blocking off the street. The people were yelling, and some of them even had picket signs and shivered in the cold. Suddenly, a man came out of the building and rushed towards Edward. "Welcome. I'm the medical advisor at the facility." Yes, I've recognized you very well, Mr. Ludwig. I'm very fond of your work." Edward shook hands with the advisor. Just then, he heard a woman shouting nearby. She stared directly into Edward's eyes. "You will suffer the consequences. This is our land. This is the sacred ground of our ancestors. The wrath will fall on you. You'll be cursed, you selfish people. Your company's experiments are ruining the environment. Seize what you're doing before danger befalls all of us." The advisor nervously exchanged a glance with the colleagues. "I think we should go inside." When everyone had safely entered the facility, the advisor invited them into his office. "Mr. Ludwig, what are these people protesting about?" "Oh, don't exhaust your mind on these people. We've been trying to build a better future for them, but they're still bent on their superstitions. They believe in the folk tales their forefathers passed on to them. The recent experiments we've been performing in the old laboratory require more space and better equipment. We informed the authorities, who granted us access to a piece of land not too far from here, to construct a new testing facility. The rally started since then, because that piece of land happens to be a sacred sanctuary to the natives here. It's been so many years, but these natives are still stuck in the past." After a tour around the facility, the colleagues came to know the company had arranged for their stay. They had a private lodge for special guests about 30 minutes away. At around 7, the 4 colleagues were dropped off at the lodge. The temperature had dropped significantly, and the roads had snow piled into small mounds every block down. The lodge was located in a rather isolated area. A 30-minute drive back in Long Beach meant you weren't getting too far, but out here in the wilderness of Alaska, 30 minutes driving meant you covered a long distance. There was no way to return to the facility without a car. The view was amazing. There were breathtaking, snow-topped mountains in sight. Edward got out of the car and called Caroline. "What took you so long to answer?" "I dozed off. Couldn't get enough sleep without you last night. I saw a dream." "What's that?" "I saw that you were back and you took me to the jewelry store and bought me a diamond ring." "Seriously, Kara? I didn't want to tell you, but I saw the same dream. We were together. But do you know who else was there?" "Who?" "Your dad. He was paying the bill." "You always need to have the last laugh, don't you, Ed? I was really missing you. I can't wait till you'll be back." When Edward reached the guest house, he was a bit disappointed to see an old-fashioned cabin. He expected better arrangements. The cabin had been vacant for a long time now, and the caretaker had recently had it cleaned out and prepared for their arrival. "Do you live nearby? Is there any way we can contact you while you're away?" The caretaker handed Edward a card. "This is the number to the facility. If you need anything, give them a call." The caretaker looked out at the scenic mountain ranges. "I should be heading home. This looks like the start of a horrible blizzard. I've been hearing the mountains whispering all day. The people here say it's a sign something terrible will happen." Yes, sure. The weather should be getting better by morning, right?" "Let's hope so. Thank you for all the preparations. See you tomorrow." Although the cabin did not look so great from the outside, when Edward stepped inside, he felt cozy and warm. There was a fireplace. The caretaker had prepared some food. Elizabeth was the lucky one. Being the only female, she occupied one of the rooms all to herself. Edward and his 2 male colleagues were sharing the other room. The colleagues freshened up and sat by the fire at night. They enjoyed a warm cup of cocoa together. They hoped the weather would clear up by morning, but things weren't looking so great. Soon, everyone was asleep, snug in their blankets. Suddenly, in the middle of the night, everyone woke up startled. They heard a noise. It sounded like rolling thunder. Within minutes, the whole cabin took a vigorous shake and the lights went out. Everyone became nervous. Elizabeth rushed to check the windows. Edward ran to the door. "We're covered!" Elizabeth shouted. As soon as Edward opened the door, snow rushed down on him, and an icy howling breeze entered the cabin. There was an avalanche. "Are we trapped here? I don't think we can go out like this." "The power is out. Call the facility and inform them immediately." Edward picked up his phone, but unfortunately, there was no network. None of the colleagues had any signal. When a few hours went by and Edward hadn't been able to call the facility for help, everyone began to get worried. "We need to stay calm. With the food and water we have, we'll easily go by 3 or 4 days. The facility knows we're here. They'll send for us soon." The first night went by without a struggle. The next morning, Edward and his colleagues tried to shovel a path through the snow, but they couldn't make it too far. The fierce winds of the blizzard made it impossible to stay out. They had no choice but to return to the cabin. They managed to get the fireplace going and rationed their supplies amongst each other. On the second day, James caught a high fever and couldn't get out of bed. When help hadn't come, the colleagues began to panic. By the 4th day, supplies were at its end. The dry logs that the caretaker had gathered for the fire were nearly used up. The colleagues were falling ill. The temperature continued to drop rapidly. James went into hypothermia. The colleagues offered him their blankets and huddled around him to heat his body. But all efforts were in vain. Without food, bringing up James's body temperature would be difficult. The 4 struggled to sleep that night, but as the night went by, exhaustion got the best of them, and they drowsed off. Edward woke up to a panicked shout. James had passed away. Edward, Colton, and Elizabeth all mourned his death, but at the same time, they feared they would meet the same fate. Later that day, they took the decision to give James a decent burial out in the snow. Edward began to lose hope. Elizabeth was grieved, and Colton looked devastated. The blizzard was at its peak. The three gathered all the blankets, bedsheets, pillows, and everything that they had to keep themselves warm, but it was little help. 7 days had gone by since they had been trapped in the cabin. Edward, Colton, and Elizabeth managed to melt the snow for water, but they had nothing to eat for the last 3 days. They all sat together in despair. The next day went by in misery. The three were suffering from extreme starvation. Elizabeth was bound to her bed. She had hit her breaking point. She knew she wouldn't make it. That night, Elizabeth passed away. We have to do something. We won't make it in this cold. There's nothing we can do but wait, Colton. Colton kept silent for a while. He then spoke out in a low voice. Have you heard the legend of the Wendigo? The natives of this land fear them greatly. It was a creature that lurked these woods. Its body was skeletal and deformed. It had a lipless mouth and jagged teeth. Its steps left footprints full of blood, and their breath sounded like a strange hiss. If you ever had the misfortune of spotting one, you would never forget its glowing eyes, long fangs, and its atrocious long tongue. The creature survived in these cold regions. They feasted on men, anyone who ventured into their territory. The natives say, when the Wendigo is out to hunt, they bring about strong blizzards. They wander the land, eternally seeking to fulfill their ferocious appetite. We're stranded in the bitter snow of the North Woods. There's no telling how long we'll be trapped. There's no other way to survive out here. Then, Edward tried to console Colton. Colton, I know it's been difficult, but bear with me. We can't lose our sanity. Colton murmured, I can't take this hunger anymore. I have to. In the coldness and darkness of the night, Colton and Edward miserably shivered in their cold blankets. Edward was having difficulty speaking. His lips were frozen. His tears formed into ice on his cheeks. He had lost all hope of rescue. Do you think help will come? You're making a mistake, Edward. You won't survive like this. Look around you. We came here as 4, and now there's just me and you. There's a reason the natives speak of the Wendigo. It's because the Wendigo stalks these same grounds. Days, weeks, months out here in the coldest of winters. There's no other way. How long can a being resist the desire to survive? Edward ran his nails along the wall. He crossed out yet another day he and Colton had been trapped in this brutal condition. The only good news was that the blizzard had finally ended. Perhaps they could attempt to make their way out of here. As the two discussed what they should do, suddenly they heard a noise. Edward and Colton lit up in joy. They ran out to see a rescue squad in the distance. They anxiously jumped and waved their hands. After a day's rest in Sitka, Edward and Colton returned to California. Caroline was desperate to meet Edward when he got off his flight. The minute she caught a glimpse of him, she knew he was unwell. He had become thin and emaciated. After a thorough checkup at the hospital, Edward returned to the comfort of his apartment after a long time. Caroline was terrified when she heard what happened, but she was relieved that Edward was with her again. The two went to bed that night. Caroline finally got some peace of mind now that Edward was beside her. She went to sleep content. In the middle of the night, however, Edward woke up. He held his stomach. The hunger was unbearable. Hunger was eating him inside out. He went to the kitchen and opened the fridge. Caroline had prepared food for him. He took out his favorite dish and popped it into the microwave. But when he sat down on the table, he wasn't able to eat. It felt as if he tasted something odd. The smell was unappetizing. He took out all the other cooked food, but he was unable to gulp down a single bite. Edward peered into the refrigerator once again. His eyes caught something wrapped in a parcel. Meat. Raw meat. Edward suddenly felt an intense craving. Edward stared at the empty parcel. He had gotten a little relief. But he was not content. He still felt the urge to eat more. What was going on? Edward couldn't understand what was happening to him. As he stood there bewildered, he recalled those horrible days in Alaska. There's a reason the natives speak of the Wendigo. It's because the Wendigo stalks these same grounds, days, weeks, months out here in the coldest of winters. There's no other way. How long can a being resist the desire to survive? They say the Wendigo is possessed. It becomes plagued with an insatiable hunger. They continue to hunt until they take down those who they once loved. But no matter how much they eat, they still remain hungry. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.
Why, Eva? Why did you have to leave me all alone? Where is her body? It was only a week ago. Aidan had brought his wife, Eva, to the small town in Ireland for their honeymoon. But he never thought things would turn out this way. He never thought he would lose the love of his life. Aidan and Eva both lived in Florida, and that's where they first met. It was love at first sight. And they have been in a relationship for almost 3 years, before they finally got married. Eva was the most caring and kind person, and she was a wonderful girlfriend and wife. It was oftentimes she would tell him about this mystical, magical town nestled in the mountains of Ireland, her grandmother's hometown. Eva had grown up hearing stories from her mother about her grandmother, but she had never seen her grandmother or been to Ireland, and dreamed of one day visiting there. And after their marriage, Aidan couldn't think of a better gift to give her than surprise tickets to Ireland. Wow, it's more beautiful than I imagined, Aidan. Well, you're up for another surprise. What? Aidan had booked a room at a ski resort that viewed the entire small town. The experience was more than amazing, and Eva was having the time of her life. A few of her distant relatives still lived around here, and when her uncle Conan learned his niece was visiting, he invited her to his home. Uncle Conan and his wife, Aunt Saoirse, lived in a small cottage near the river. When Eva and Aidan arrived, they were surprised by all the food her aunt had prepared for her. Come on, Eva. Aidan, you have to try out this barmbracken tea in midwinter. It's the special here. Uncle Conan was very friendly and took Aidan fishing. It was some experience, but it all turned out well. Saoirse, get the fire going. You won't believe what Aidan caught. Some luck, young man. Did you really catch that? Haha. After a wonderful meal that evening, the family were getting warm by the fire in the living room when Uncle Conan brought out an old photo album. He showed Eva an old picture of a woman. She was surprised at the resemblance she had to her. That's your grandma. Oh wow, she looks just like you, Eva. Amazing. If only I could have met her. The couple really enjoyed the visit to Uncle Conan's. It was the next morning. They decided to head out and explore the small town. As Eva and Aidan walked through the stalls, they looked at all kinds of things they would never see back home. Freshly baked soda bread, dried fish and meat, hand-woven shawls and spices, all sorts of spices. Isn't the shawl nice? What do you think? As Eva picked up a red woolen shawl from one of the stalls, all of a sudden, an old man walked towards her. He stared at her with bulgy eyes, almost drooling as he showed his broken teeth. Ben Olan, nothing is more beautiful than you. Excuse me? Let me help you put it on. As the old man took the shawl from Eva and was about to put it on her, Aidan got in the way. Don't touch her. Stay away from her. Who are you? Who am I? I'm her husband. The man looked at Aidan as a smile crawled up his lips. Only for a lifetime. Only for a lifetime. As the old man stared at them, the stall owner hurried out and grabbed the shawl. How many times do I have to tell you, old man? How many times do I have to tell you, old man? Get out of here. You're not welcome. Stumbling onto the road, the old man got on his way, turning around to look at Eva. What a strange man. What's wrong with him? Please don't mind. He's a crazy old man, out of his mind. He lives in the mountains by himself. Comes down here now and then. A nuisance. We try to avoid him. I see what you mean. Come on, Ava, let's go. That afternoon, Eva and Aiden had lunch at the resort and prepared to ski. It was a winter wonderland, and the ski course ranged through a large part of the forest. Here is the attire. Here is the gear. If at any time you need help, you can blow this whistle. Are you sure you want to do this? Of course I do. It's now or never. I'm not going to live forever. Eva was more than excited and rushed to get on her gear. But as the couple set off downhill, Eva didn't realize her snowboard bindings had become loose. Eva! Eva! Aiden was devastated when he saw Eva fall down the steep hill right in front of her. When he reached there, she was unconscious. She had suffered a concussion to her head. Aiden immediately called for help, but Eva's condition only worsened from there, as the fall caused internal bleeding in her brain. Aiden, you have to let go. This is it. Don't say that. You'll be fine. If I don't make it, I want you to rest me here in Ireland with the rest of the Walsh family. Eva passed away from her injuries, and as she wished, Aiden prepared for her burial and funeral at the same cemetery her grandmother and relatives were buried. But the next evening, when he returned to visit her grave, he was confused seeing the soil disturbed. It seemed as if someone had tried to take the grave. Anxiously, Aiden uncovered her coffin, only to find out what he feared. Eva's body was missing. Aiden yelled out for the security as he climbed out of the grave. Is everything all right? What has happened here? Where is my wife's body? An empty grave? The two guards looked at the scene bewildered, as one of them said, "You think, because of the untimely demise, her spirit has returned? This is some sort of curse?" What? Shut up. Where is the sexton? How can something happen like this? Aiden immediately went to the cemetery office, but neither the sexton or any other worker could say anything of what happened to the body that was buried just yesterday. They were all baffled by what happened. Don't worry, there has to be some explanation. I've heard the old saying around here, an unfulfilled desire, a wish, can wake the dead. Everyone was saying all kinds of things about Eva, but Aiden wasn't ready to believe in superstitions. Eva's body couldn't just disappear. He would find her. The next day, Aiden went to the police station and filed a report. How could her body just go missing from her grave? Mr. Wilson, I understand this is a hard time for you, We're trying to look into the matter. Do you think her body was robbed? It's a possibility, but there could be some other explanation as well. What do you mean? Something supernatural? Something paranormal? Look, there are many things in this world that we don't understand. What? Speaking to the police, Aiden's blood boiled. He realized they would be of no help. He got up and left right then and there. Have these people lost their mind? Something supernatural? Aiden was devastated. He was enraged. He didn't know what to do. Walking through the marketplace, he wondered how he was going to find her. When he suddenly noticed someone at one of the stalls. I'll take it for 1 punt. It's 2 punts. Take it or leave it, old man. I can't lower the price. 1 punt, 50 cents. Aiden stared at the old man bargaining for a loaf of bread. Is that him? Isn't that the man from before? Dressed like this today? The strange old man, who was literally in rags the other day, had his hair combed. He was wearing a roughed-up suit, going about the stalls, shopping. Curious to know about the man, Aiden began following him, watching what he was doing. The man shuffled a few coins in his pocket as he bought the bread, some spices, dried meat. And alas, he went to the same stall where Eva and he had went. You again? Go from here, old man. No, I have money. I just want that shawl. Aiden watched as the man counted his coins and bought the same red shawl. He smelled it in his hands before putting it in his torn bag and got on his way. Walking a distance behind the man out of the town, Aiden followed him to the mountains, where he could see the man's small hut. From the distance, he could see a woman sitting by the table. He's married? It seemed the man was talking with her. He took out the shawl and wrapped it around her, before he took out the bread and sliced it, serving her. Aiden tried to look closely at the woman. She had long, blonde hair just like Eva. Unable to hold his curiosity, Aiden climbed through the mountains to the hut. When he reached one of the windows, he looked inside. To see the old man lighting candles around the table as he sat down. You do look beautiful in that shawl. But don't ask, it was such a hassle getting it. And the prices have gone up so much. But nothing is too much for you. Aiden tried to get a glimpse of the woman, but he couldn't see her face. He ran around the hut to get a better view. But when he looked upon her face, he was shook to his core. It was Eva's body, propped up on the chair. Sweetheart, how do you like these spices? I know how you've been wanting a perfume, so I got this for you. What are you waiting for? Come on, eat up. The old man picked up the spoon and began feeding the body. food fell onto her clothes. The old man shrugged. "Sweetheart, you can be so messy sometimes. Hold on, let me get a cloth." As the old man wiped her, Aiden couldn't stand watching anymore. He immediately broke down the door and barged in. The old man turned in shock. "How dare you! Get out of my house!" Aiden charged at the man. "You crazy old man! What have you done?" But the old man was no less. He threw himself onto Aiden. "If you get anywhere near my wife, I swear I will take your life." "Your wife?" The old man tackled him down as he tried to get near Eva again. As he yelled at Eva, "Sweetheart, you go inside. I'll take care of him." In the hustle, the table shook. The food and chair fell over, and so did Eva's body. The old man struggled to get the knife from the floor, screaming at her. "Hand me the knife, sweetheart. Hand me the knife." Aiden was bewildered hearing the man. "Are you crazy? She's not alive." And as the old man continued to yell at Eva, Aiden let him go. What was wrong with him? The old man got up on his feet, staring at her. He looked enraged. "Why didn't you give me the knife? What is it? Is it him you want? I never thought you would betray me." Yelling at Eva, the old man left the hut in a rage. But Aiden wasn't going to let him go so easy. He ran after the man. But when the old man realized, he too ran through the forest. Aiden chased him, until suddenly, the old man stopped at the edge and turned to him. "She's yours, but let me tell you, she was a no-good woman." And before Aiden could grab hold of him, the old man let himself go and fell off the mountains. Insane. Hopelessly, Aiden returned to the hut, falling to his knees beside Ava. "I miss you so much." "Honey, I made you this pie with fresh pumpkin." "Don't ask. The prices these days have gone up so much. But nothing is too much for you."
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.
It was almost midnight when Joe left his house and drove out in the middle of the blizzard. The winds were howling and the temperature was freezing in the small town of Ennis, Montana. But Joe sped through the twisted mountain route towards the far end of town. A long drive down the slippery roads and the dense snow He screeched to a stop in front of the old house of worship. Not many people came to this house of worship, nor did many people maintain it. It was but Priest Andrew who looked after it and also lived here himself. Within a while of knocking, Priest Andrew opened the door, quite surprised to see Joe. "Joe, what a surprise! What brings you here in this condition?" Catching his breath, Joe stared at Priest Andrew. "Priest Andrew, I'm ready. I've made up my mind. I'm ready to confess." Shocked by Joe's condition, Priest Andrew ushered him in. "Quickly come inside, you're freezing." Priest Andrew escorted Joe inside and started up the fireplace as he sat down on the sofa. "Try to warm yourself up. Let me bring you some coffee." Joe rubbed his hands by the fire, finally able to breathe again. He could still hear the winds howling outside as the windows shook. Waiting for Priest Andrew, Joe walked around the room, stopping by a dagger hung up on the wall. Staring at it for a while, Joe took it down and held it in his hand. Just when Priest Andrew returned. "Joe?" Joe turned around, holding the dagger. "Joe, put the dagger down." "Priest, are you scared I might try to take my life?" "Believe me, Priest, sometimes I truly consider it. Sometimes I really think of taking a knife and ending everything." Joe grew up in this small town of Ennis, where he went to school and college. Down the line, he inherited his father's small business, with which he did well for himself. He got married, and he and his wife lived in their own small house. Joe was living a wholesome, happy, simple life. But everything changed the day his daughter was born. The moment Joe took her in his arms, he couldn't look away from her deep blue eyes. Neither did he nor his wife have the blue eyes their daughter had. She looks just like her. Who? Nobody. Like your grandmother? I heard she had blue eyes. Yes, I heard too, but I never met her. Joe would stare at his daughter all the time. His wife hadn't thought much of it at first. But then, she often found Joe awake in the middle of the night, staring into their daughter's crib. "Joe, what are you looking at?" "It's nothing." "What is the matter with you? Ever since our daughter has been born, you've been behaving like this." "No, it's nothing." And soon, this became an obsession for Joe. He would just sit and stare at his daughter, pondering for hours and hours. He wouldn't be playing with her or talking to her or even holding her. It seemed as if he was almost scared of her. Ever since their daughter's birth, Joe has had sleepless nights. And soon, it came to the point where he felt like he was losing his mind. He couldn't focus on anything. He couldn't do anything but stare at his daughter's blue eyes. It was during these difficult times that Joe found out about Priest Andrew and his house of worship. He then began visiting the house of worship for help. And when Priest Andrew heard about his condition, he encouraged him to confess his sins so he could redeem himself. But at the time, Joe wasn't prepared to confess. But his conscience wouldn't let him rest. He couldn't take it anymore. And tonight, Joe had woken up, determined to end his life. He took his gun and held it to his head, about to pull the trigger. But then, he stared at his wife and his daughter and couldn't do it. It was at that point he had made up his mind that he would confess, even if he loses his life after that. Priest Andrew anxiously stared at Joe as he tried to approach him. "Joe, calm down and give me the dagger." Slowly reaching him, he caught hold of it and took it from him. He then escorted Joe to take a seat and hung the dagger up on the wall again. "Try to relax. Have your coffee." Joe sighed as he picked up the mug and took a sip. "Are you feeling better?" "I'm sorry, priest. I don't know what got into me." After a moment of silence, Joe let out a deep breath and looked at Priest Andrew. "It was almost 18 years ago, when I was in school. The kids were not very nice to me. I hated going to school. But I still went every day because of her. She was always nice to me. She always had a smile. She could brighten my day. She was my angel. I was in love with her, but I never had the courage to express my feelings to her. The years passed by like this, and they were good years. And my love for her grew. But it was in our junior year, I noticed she started hanging out with another guy. And I didn't like it at all. And all of a sudden, a distance came between us, and she started hanging out with him all the time. But in all this, one day I got a chance to be with her. We were assigned a science project together to research on pH levels, and I came up with an idea. "I have an idea. We can go to the riverside and collect some samples of river water from upstream and compare it to the river water downstream and test how much the pH levels shift." "That's an amazing idea, Joe. Let's do it. When do you want to go?" "This Friday afternoon?" That Friday, we rode our bikes into the woods until we reached the hillside right over the river. We were all alone, and I finally opened up to her. "Are you and Richard together?" "Well, he's a close friend of mine." "Don't talk with him. Stay away from him." "What? What do you mean? I can talk to whoever I want." "No, I don't want you to talk to him." "What is the matter with you, Joe? Why are you behaving so strange?" "Because I love you. You're mine." "What are you saying, Joe? If you really like me, then try to win me. You can't force me to love you." No. Why don't you understand how I feel for you? He doesn't really love you. I love you. Is this why you brought me here? All this was a trap? Listen to me. No, I think I'm going to go. She got mad and got on her bicycle to leave. And I started following her. No, stop, I'm not done. Leave me alone, Joe. That day as I tried to stop her, she lost balance on her bicycle. And it crashed. She hit her head on one of the rocks and died in the accident. As Joe became teary, he clutched his fist. And now, when I look at my daughter, she reminds me of her. She looks just like her. Believe me, Joe, when I say I understand how painful an accidental death of a loved one can be. I know what you're going through. You think it's your fault, but it wasn't your fault. You were young, you were in love, and you didn't intend for it to happen. It was an accident. You need to forgive yourself. Joe silently sat there before he finally said it. Priest Andrew, it was Maggie. My daughter has those same blue eyes, just like Maggie. What? "15 years ago, Andrew was living a very different life. He was working a job and raising his only daughter, Margaret. Even though his wife had been diagnosed with cancer, they held strong together and were a happy family. Margaret was the life of the house. Her presence made those difficult times easy. Her smile made all the pain go away, and the parents couldn't imagine how life would be without their beloved daughter. But then, with one accident, everything changed forever. Margaret was found drowned in the river. During the police investigation, they came to the conclusion that she had gone to the riverside to collect water for a school project and fell into the water. And since she didn't know how to swim, she must have drowned and hit her head against the rocks. After their daughter's death, Andrew's wife's health deteriorated significantly. Margaret's loss had shattered her, and she no longer had the will to fight through the pain. And with her depression, her sickness increased. And she too passed away. Andrew was devastated. He couldn't bear the loss of his family. He struggled with depression and pain for years. He gave up on his job, he gave up speaking with people, and started living in solitude, all by himself, pondering on what happened to Margaret, remembering the beautiful family he once used to have. Andrew changed completely. He felt no happiness nor hope of better times in his life. And things came to the point where he felt like he would be better off ending his life. But that was when he joined this ministry and found help for himself and began helping others who suffered from depression like him. Priest Andrew looked at Joe in shock. That can't be. Maggie was found far downstream, by the end of town. She drowned. I saw you at her funeral that day. That's why I found you. Priest Andrew, Maggie didn't drown. That day, When I realized she was no more, I was afraid. I didn't know what to do. I knew when her body would be found, it would lead to me, because she went there with me. So I threw her body in the river. But that night, there was a heavy storm over Ennis. The rain caused the river flow to increase. That's why her body was found in a distant location. Hearing Joe, Priest Andrew couldn't control himself. He couldn't control the rage. His pain that he had suppressed all these years having lost his daughter. He got up and grabbed Joe by the collar and threw him down onto the desk before he picked up the dagger. You took my Margaret from me. Do it. Do it. I don't deserve to live. I'm a sinner. Joe opened his eyes to see the dagger stabbed into the table next to him. He got up, staring at Priest Andrew. Priest Andrew? What you did was evil, but I don't want your daughter to grow up without a father. Priest Andrew turned around, his eyes red in tears as he held back his anguish and sorrow. I forgive you. Leave. In silence, Joe turned and left. He returned home to his family. As he stepped into his room, he walked up to the crib and looked at his sleeping daughter. Hearing the faint noise, his wife woke up, startled to see Joe. Joe, where did you go in the storm? It's 3 a.m. Nowhere. Is everything okay? Everything will be fine. Placing his hands on his daughter, she suddenly woke up and looked at him with her deep blue eyes. You're truly beautiful, Margaret.
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.